What's up, members of the barrio? It's John coming to you from Manhattan, and today we are going to the top of the rock for the first time in my life. I've lived in New York City for almost a decade, and this is one of the most popular attractions in the entire city, and I'm gonna let you guys know if I think it's worth the $40 admission. This video is not sponsored. I'm gonna be as honest as possible. We're going 70 floors above the city to check out one of the best views of all of Manhattan. Make sure to check out my other New York City playlist, linked down below, for other great ideas for your next trip to New York City. Here we go.
I heard good things about it. I heard that you can see actually Central Park, and that's why I'm so excited. And I think I should have done this a long time ago. So I'm really, really excited for this.
Very important. You can buy your ticket online in advance. It's $40 during the day. They increased the cost to $50 around the sunset period. We're gonna check it out with as much light as we can, pre-saved right here, so you get to skip the big line. So we just got past security. It's just like airport security, same thing at One World Observation Deck. A quick note, you can actually tour the studios at 30 Rock, which is right next door, and I highly recommend, if you're interested in going behind the scenes of NBC Studios, you could do that before this and then come here after. Tourist photos are optional, by the way. Don't have to take them, but I don't blame them for trying. Minutes of waiting. We are online for the elevators to go to the top. Should be a very quick ride.
Alrighty, next up is 67. You should be there in about 43 seconds. I hope you guys enjoy. Bye-bye. Make me famous. No, I'm kidding.
I have a dream.
Alright, so we made it to the 67th floor, and I admit that the elevator ride at One World Trade Observation Deck, way better than this one, but this was okay. I mean, it only took 43 seconds. I am most excited to see these outdoor views here, and that's one thing that Top of the Rock has, that One World Observation Deck does not have, the ability to go outside. And I've never been here before, guys, so getting excited.
For those who say that I only come to the videos when there is food involved, there is no food involved in this one, and here I am.
Wow. Central Park.
It looks so cool. I like to see the lake down there. Let me do a close-up for you so you can see what I'm talking about.
One of the most unique features of being at the top of the rock is that you feel like you are amongst the buildings, and that's what makes this different than, let's say, One World Observation Deck, where you're all the way up there, highest point in the United States, but you feel above everything. Here, I just feel like the buildings are surrounding me, so it's definitely unique in that aspect. I've also noticed how many languages I'm hearing being spoken up here. This is one of the biggest tourist attractions in New York City. That was just the first observation deck. We have the 69th and 70th floors to go, so if that was just it, I wouldn't have been super impressed, but I knew that we were going higher up. It's just gonna get better and better, I think.
Oh, it's very nice. It's amazing. I mean, first time in New York, and I expected this.
I'm actually impressed about one thing so far. There's not as many people up here as I thought there would be. Look behind me. I thought it would be absolutely packed. And one of the advantages of Top of the Rock, from what I've seen, is that there's 3 decks. Therefore, you can spread the amount of people out. So we have plenty of room for pictures. Of course, we haven't gotten to the top, which will have, in my opinion, the best views. But so far, so good.
Let's go to the top of the rock.
All right, guys, really cool fact for you, and special thanks to Seth, my good friend, and my old art history professor at Rutgers for informing me about this. So when John D. Rockefeller Jr. built this up here, he wanted coming to work in this building to be an adventure, and the top observation deck to be like being on a great ocean liner. So if you look at both sides here, and the middle over here with the antennas, it almost looks like you're on the top of a ship. And I didn't realize it until my friend Seth sent me the photo. Very, very cool architecture. And I love this building as well. Just an excellent example of old school Art Deco New York City building. And not that crowded, I keep saying it. We waited a while to get up here, but once at the top, we've got a lot of room to walk around. I'm actually enjoying that compared to One World Trade. That was really packed into an indoor space. Here we're outside enjoying a beautiful summer day and just some of the nicest views I've seen in New York City ever. By the way, if you've been up here, I'm very curious what your experience was like. Did you think it was worth the money? Tell us down below in the comments. His first full day in the United States, first day in New York City, and this is your first attraction. What do you think?
Oh, this is amazing, John. I mean, I didn't really share about this building, but you can see everything. The Hudson, Chrysler Building, Empire State. I'm really in love and enjoy this visit.
Just in case I get lost, I can have it always with me. Wait, this no.
I was actually reading TripAdvisor reviews. I was curious what the biggest complaints about coming here were, and outside of the wait and the lines to get in, one of them was save your money and go to a rooftop bar in New York City. You can get better views. I'll tell you, we have done so many rooftop bars. We just did a video about rooftop bars, and while many of them have great views, I'm looking at U235th especially, or Dear Irving was really good. None of them have a better view than this, especially because it's a 360-degree view of the city. That's just tough to find anywhere. So we've spent a little over 45 minutes here, and I'm going to give you my full and honest opinion of if it's worth it to come here when we get outside. That way they can't hear me, and I'll just be completely upfront. Is it worth coming to Top of the Rock? This is a very complicated answer. In short, if you've never visited New York City before and you are into photography and you just want to get a feel of what it's like to be in between so many big buildings, yes, I think it would be worth spending $40 on this. It's touristy, the lines can be long, it can be a little bit crowded at different spots, but the types of pictures that you can get up there, you know, those are the sorts of things you're going to be sharing for years to come. You're going to put it on your Instagram. That being said, me as a local, do I feel like I've missed out by having skipped this for the last 8 years I've lived in New York City? Not really, and I think I'm a little bit jaded because I've been to so many different rooftops around New York. I still think this is the best rooftop, but I also think it's very expensive. I think $40 or even $50 if you go around Sunset is a lot of money. If I want to compare this versus the observation deck at One World Trade, I like this better. I like being outside, comparing it to Empire State Building. I also like the views better from here. I love the 360-degree panorama, but again, it is a lot of money. So in short, if $40 isn't a ton for you to spend on some of the best views in New York City, spend that money gladly. But if you're trying to save up, if you're on a budget, I would rather spend that money on other things like food. That's just my style of travel. This is a big tourist attraction for a reason, so factor all those things in, but in the end, I approve this. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to go check out the pictures that we took, and our friend Eric visiting from Mexico loved it in his first full day in New York, so it all just comes down to what your perspective is and if you think it is worth that $40 or not. All right, guys, if you're new to this channel, make sure to check out my other New York City content, all linked down below. I have tips videos, I have guides to different attractions, food, housing, you name it, we've covered it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, until next time.